Hello everybody and welcome back then to the VALVIK Marble League with Event 7, the long jump. Hello everybody and welcome back then. My name as always is Frankie. In the overall standings then, the Atomics still retain a small lead over now second place for Gun Ballers. Sky Scouts up 3 stops into third. Cosine Crescents down in fourth. With still 9 events left to go, though everything can still happen as we now get into the long jump, as the VALVIK will demonstrate how this run goes. Essentially, you and the rest of your team have to make sure to get down to the ramp. You get down to the ramp and then you try to be launched as far into the right as possible. And the VALVIK gave us a demonstration of what not to do, as the objective is to get as far to the right as possible, with the highest scores being ranked amongst all the other teams. As we get started with reverse championship order, it is the Cyber Crew that will get us started, as this is their first ever event in the long jump. They will get only the highest in the 15 area. That is not a good start for the Cyber Crew. Got bogged down at the spinner there and did not get a good launch. 39.25 will get them in a provisional first place, but they still have 15 runs to go to, as we now get into run to its Team Virtuoso. They launch now, and it's a very spirited start for the Team Virtuoso. Can they make it second? That's a no. And in fact, this is going to be a worse run than the Cyber Crew's. No marble above a 15. Again, bogged down at the spinner. That's going to be a 32 flat. Puts them behind the Cyber Crew. Alright, Team Echo for run 3. A previous medalist in this type of event. Can they make it work this time? And that's a good launch. Watch Renew ending up in the 25. That's a good start for Team Echo. You're going to have to wait and see how the other teams perform, but that's the type of run you want to have. You want to make sure that you're with your team as much as you can, because that extra launch can get them really far ahead. 50.50 puts Team Echo in a provisional first place, as the Disco Neons now very colorful in their blocks is this team, as they launch themselves now. Same strategy as Team Echo. Can they make it work? A little bit worse than the Team Echo, but not too shabby from the Disco Neons. Pink Neon got a good launch at the expense of Green Neon, who got bogged down massively at the spinner there. It's only going to be a 42.5, which gets them into second. Cue Balls now, the Season 1 champions, have had a pretty poor life in their return to the VALVIK Marble League. No finish above 6th in their events. And that's going to be a very messy run then for the Cue Balls. 9-Ball gets a good launch, but the rest of the team middling to poor runs, as 9-Ball basically just working by themselves. It's going to be second then for the Cue Balls with a 48.7, but not a good run then for the Season 1 champions. Sailors now, another team that hasn't had the best run of form in the VALVIK Marble League so far. Can they make this red event work? And that's a no, as the Sailors then go higher than they go longer. Extra points for style, I suppose, but that's not going to help them in this event. Of course, then the scoring is only counted when all 4 marbles land in the water. So if you're waiting for a teammate to land, you can still shuffle a little bit to the right to increase your score a little bit, as the Clockworks then, not a bad run then. One of them marbles would get above the 25. A similar run then to the Disco Neons. Let's see how it pays off then, because again, another good strategy, getting a good launch by the spinner, and that's going to be first for the Clockworks. 54.5 for ahead of Team Echo as we get into the last run of the first half. It's Team Whiteout, who after getting a gold medal in the first event have kind of been bogging down a little bit, now find themselves in the bottom half of the standings. That's not going to be a good run either for Team Whiteout. Again, going higher than they go longer. Tried the strategy of Team Echo, but did not get the timing of the spinner right, and that will only put Team Whiteout in 6th out of 8. So then, in the top 4 so far, it is the Clockworks, Team Echo, Cue Balls, and the Disco Neons. Sailors then, no run above 10 for each individual member. It's going to be a 31.25 for the Sailors. As we now get into the second half of the event, it is the Peculiar Peaks that get us started. And let's see how this run will go for the Peaks. And oh, once again, another higher than longer run for the Peaks. But that was a very high launch then for, I believe that is Himalaya. That got a lot of airtime there. again, style points, but it's not going to help you in the event. Alright, Carbons now. A team with a pretty poor start in this event. A very spirited start for the Carbons. Kings of speed, really. But that does not help them whatsoever. Their highest, Captain Graphite, below the 20. But of course, it's not just about one singular run. It's going to be 5th then for the Carbons with a 42.25. Let's see how long they last for. Scorperiors now, the defending champions, and of course the holders of the record for this event. Let's see how it works for the Scorperiors as they approach the spinner here. And that's a good launch! And that is going to be a very good launch there for the Scorperiors. No record-breaking run here. But of course they don't need to. They just need to get that gold medal. And look at that. They implemented the Team Echo strategy very well here to get Jab and Sting further up. 77.25. The Scorperiors then will take the lead. Also then the Season 2 champions. Mixed track record here in the long jump. Let's see how they manage this event. That's going to be a good launch for Yin. As they almost get close to the 30. Harmony as well up to the 15. We're gonna have to wait and see how they shake up. They're not gonna be the Scorperiors. There's gonna be 3rd for the Balls of Zen, provisionally at least. All right, Coastline Crescents had a very good start this season. Bogged down a little bit in the last few events, but let's see how they manage this one. It's gonna be a good launch for the Coastline Crescents. Another good launch then for one of these top half teams. One of them gets all the way to the 25. That's going to be Loon. To the 30, I should say. 33.0. 75.75. They will not beat the Scorperiors, though. That was close, though, as the Sky Scouts. A good run of form, then, for the blue team here. Let's see how they manage the event. That's not going to be a good run, then. Oh, very messy run, then, for the Sky Scouts. Highest member, Icarus. Only a 15. And yeah, the rest of the team very messy behind. That's going to be 14th for the Sky Scouts. Not what they're looking for here. Bubblegum Ballers now, the winners of the previous event, now up to 2nd overall. Scorperiors then already guaranteed a bronze here. Can the Bubblegum Ballers, that's a good launch then for one of the Ballers. That's going to be a very high score for that particular marble, but let's see how the rest of the team manages here. But this could be at least challenging for the podium. I don't think they're going to beat the Scorperiors, and it's only going to be 3rd for the Ballers with a 64. But that's not going to dethrone the Scorperiors just yet with 1 run to go now. It's the Atomics who do not have a good track record in this event. Last time out in Season 3, and they're not going to do it. It is another poor run for the Atomics, which means that the Scorperiors will go back-to-back in long jump. First, we've had the Ballers go back-to-back in funnel endurance. Now the Scorperiors will do that as well. Atomics then only 14th. So then, the Scorperiors will win in the long jump. Coastline Crescents in 2nd. Bubblegum Ballers in 3rd. Clockworks 4th. Balls of Zen, Team Echo Q Balls, and the Disco Neons round out the top paper. Well done then to the Scorperiors. Congratulations to our podium finishers. Bubblegum Ballers, Coastline Crescents, and our gold medalists, the Scorperiors. Well done then to the Scorperiors for another fantastic performance here in the long jump. Congratulations also to the Coastline Crescents and the Bubblegum Ballers. But let's see how this event shakes out the overall standings. And at the top, the Scorperiors have taken the lead. Coastline Crescents up to 2nd. Bubblegum Ballers down to 3rd. Atomics down 3 spots into 4th. But that's it from us from the long jump. Join us next time for Event 8 of Season 4, the Rallycross. We hope to see you there. Goodbye.